Fairy Tale chapter 501. Now, I like this chapter a lot better than last week's chapter. I got over that. Okay. This chapter was a lot better just because of the action and the way the fighting was done. I thought it was. I kept laughing, man. So the chapter starts off with. Well, first off, you see fucking Nineheart. He's one shot. I didn't even bring that up because that was just so pathetic. I didn't feel like I should have bothered bringing Nineheart getting one shot it. That's how bad that. Okay. This chapter, you start off with Natsu wanting to take on Brandish and telling her, "Hey, if you're gonna kill my comrades, then I have no choice but to fight you. It doesn't matter." And Brandish realized, "All right, I gave you guys a choice, fucker." And she's like, "You're so, like, annoying." So what she does is she basically grew back his tumor. The one that she healed him initially back when he was, like, passed out. So I'm so glad they brought that back, where that tumor was just, like, shrunken back, like, a couple, like, many chapters. I don't know. And they brought it back, and it shows the importance of this tumor. Without Brandish, he probably can't live. I'm glad that they brought that back. It wasn't just like, oh, Natsu had a tumor and she shrunk it. We're never going to hear about that tumor again. I'm glad he brought it back. But here's my concern. Well, I'll talk about my concern towards the end of this chapter. So you have Lucy, and she's begging like Brandish to like stop doing this, and so is Happy. Natsu's on the ground. He's like going cold and shit like that. So then you get Lucy versus Brandish, and you get a pretty cool scrap, man. You get Lucy going ham with her spirits. She looked pretty nice in those outfits. She was attacking. They look pretty powerful attacks. And that's what I like about Lucy's character, is that she's actually progressed a lot these past couple arcs with her fighting styles and being able to protect herself instead of being a fucking damsel in distress. So they're fighting, and then Brandish shrinks her, and she's a little tiny thing. And I just laughed. I was like. And she's about to, like, it looks like she's about to squish her. And then Lucy's able to break out. She starts chopping at her. And I'm like, this is a cool fight scene. I think it was really funny. I thought it was enjoyable, good action. And then she puts Lucy back into her normal form because Lucy was getting annoying with her size. And the thing is, I've been wanting to see a fight like that with Brandish for so long. I wanted to see, like, I want to see someone shrunk down and, like, be fighting Brandish head to head by using the fact that they're so small to their advantage. So she brings her back to size, and Lucy attacks her again. And it looks like she might have the upper advantage. And then, this is where Dimaria comes in. And she's like, "Oh, cut the bullshit. I know you're holding back." So apparently Brandish is only acting like she wants to kill Lucy and Natsu. She never had the intention of killing Natsu. But she did it because she noticed that Dimaria was staring at her, and she had caught her. And here's the thing, is that Dimaria says that, if you wanted to, you could have just increased his organs and ruptured him and exploded him from the inside. But you didn't. All you did was increase that tumor of his. Wow, that is fucking OP. Can she really do that, man? I swear, if it weren't for this plot armor sometimes in Fairy Tail, Brandish would freaking soul the Fairy Tail Guild. That's way too powerful. There's no way she can do that. There has to be a limit to her doing that to some characters. Can Eileen even stop that? Can Makarov? That's just way too powerful. If Brandish went like ham, she can kill a lot of people. We know how powerful she is, but it's her character that kind of holds her back from doing that, because she's always been a nonchalant character. She doesn't like fighting at all. So it kind of like balances things out. Now here's someone who's even more OP. Fuck, it was Dimaria. She decides that, Brandish, you betrayed us, no more. She uses her time skip thing where she freezes time, and she looks like she kills Brandish, but it's Fairy Tail. I'm sure Brandish isn't dead. She has like the face, she falls down. And then Dimaria's like, it's you made me hurt Brandish or kill Brandish. She's looking at Lucy. I'm gonna make you your death slow and painful, you little bitch. So I think that's basically the chapter. It was a pretty good action chapter, but here's the thing. How the fuck is Lucy going to beat Dimaria, who's even more OP than Brandish? Okay, here's the thing. If Hero can somehow explain for Lucy possibly beating Dimaria by saying like, maybe spirits have something to do with it. Maybe there's a time spirit somewhere in Lucy's badge. I can probably accept that, but I really hope it's explained and executed well. I really hope someone else comes to help Lucy. Here's my other concern, is that if Brandish is passed out, what happens to Natsu? That's one thing that I'm wondering how Hero's gonna fix that. Or I'm not worried about Natsu dying. At least not right now. Not until like way down the line. But I am curious how Hiro is gonna heal that tumor of his, or how he's gonna deal with that tumor. Because right now Natsu's on the ground, and since Brandish is out, I don't think she put the tumor back down to size, unless like they do some kind of bullshit where Brandish is like, "Oh, I shrunk the tumor right before I passed out from Dimaria's slash." Oh, I'd get pissed off if that was the case. Fuck that. But I am interested about that. I'm interested in Lucy versus Dimaria. How the fuck are they going to beat her? Because the only reason why they won was because you had a Dragon Slayer, you had a God Slayer, and you had a Time Stopper and... wow, I am forgetting her name. I can't believe I just forgot her name. Ooh, Ultir. God, Ultir. Ultir, the reason why she was able to beat her because part of her life essence was living in the time dimension. Back when Ultir gave up all of her time in the Grand Magic games, the rest of her time was staying in that dimension, and she was able to help because her regular body, outside her old saggy body, was trying to help out with Wendy and man, I'm not doing it today with the names. The God Slayer, Cheria. And that's my favorite fight of this entire arc. I thought it was amazing. And they needed them all to beat Dimaria. But I don't think Lucy can do it on her own. She's just too powerful. I hope Hiro doesn't do... God, okay, so far I think Hiro's done a pretty good job with the fights. Even though they're really fast, I want them to last a little longer, but I think he's done it for the most part doing a clever job on how to beat the Sprigons with, good tactics, working together and teammates. What I haven't liked about this arc is that Hiro keeps fucking dick teasing us with deaths. Like once with Gajo, and then another time with Juvia. And one other thing that I've hated about this arc was what happened to Brandish. Not her character, but what they did to Brandish way back when they had a double chapter was when she had she was sneezing from the sandstorm, and then she gets knocked out or bonked on the head from... oh my god. Remember the name. Alright. So she gets knocked out by Kana, and then because Brandish got captured there from some bullshit fight with Kana and Lucy, she's able to go. Then Brandish is able to be captured and imprisoned, and then later on she's able to heal Natsu. If they weren't for that bullshit fight, Brandish wouldn't have been captured. Brandish wouldn't have been able to heal Natsu. Natsu be dead. I hate that. That's one of the biggest sins to this arc to me. It's not the fights, but that particular moment. I hated that. But other than that, I've enjoyed the fights. I've enjoyed the characters, the story. But I think if Hiro were to change some things up with his execution, this war arc would be a lot better. But, it's the little parts of this execution that if you don't handle right, it can turn a chapter on its head, man. That's it for me. I really like this chapter. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Fantard out.